Hey there, I'm Lance, and this is the Kids of Love to Hate, and I've got my kiddo here, my daughter, and we are checking out a couple of games from Foxmind Games. We've got Cinderella and Hansel and Gretel, and in this video we are going to be talking about Cinderella. If you want to check out our video on Hansel and Gretel, hit the I in the top right corner and it'll take you to that video. So, do you like the story about Cinderella?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what do you like about it? I mean, it's got princesses, it's got a ball and a prince, and she wears a... Oh, you like the mice. Okay, yes. Of course. Well, in this game, it is going to be all about helping Cinderella get everything that she needs to be able to have a good time at the ball before the clock strikes midnight. And you are going to be working together. This is a race against the clock. It's not a real-time game, but you have a countdown timer in this game. You only get so many turns before the game is over. This is a matching game, and it can play as young as ages 4 and up. However, I think we could probably play this with Court, our youngest, and he's only 3.
I also like the stepsisters one because they're funny.
Okay.
And 2, they give it a challenge for Cinderella to get like the prince.
That's true, they do. Let's look at how this plays down below. We'll show you some gameplay footage and then we'll come back and share our thoughts on it. All right, here's Cinderella from Foxmind Games. Let me show you how this children's memory game about the beloved classic fairy tale of Cinderella is going to work. In this game, you are going to have some tiles that are going to have some objects on the other side. I'll show them to you here in just a second. And you're going to have a clock that fits into the game board with a movable arm and a wooden die. Now, on your turn, you are going to roll this. This is a cooperative game. You and the other players are working together. We roll the die, and whatever you get determines what you'll do on your turn. There are 3 options. You have the hourglass, which is on 3 sides of the die. It'll be the one that you get most often. You'll have the cauldron. The cauldron is on 2 sides of the die, and whenever you get this, you get to preview one of the selected tiles so that you're the only person who gets to look at it. So basically, you get to peek at a tile and see what it is, and then put it back down. Then if you get the other icon on the die, which is the magic wand, you are allowed to flip over a tile so that everyone can see it and put it back where it goes. Now this is the coachman, and you can see here that I need the rat, the mouse, to be able to make a match with the coachman. So some tiles don't look exactly alike, but you'll know that they're matches because of the color of the background. So let's say I roll the hourglass. Now the hourglass is going to allow you to flip over one tile so that everybody can see what it is. And then you will peek at another tile. And so now that everybody can see this, the other players can talk and they can give me hints, they can give me clues to suggest where I might peek to try to find that match, just because maybe they've seen it already on their turn. And let's just say I peek at this one, and no, that is not right. And so because I did not make a match, I flip that back over, and on the hourglass, you try to find a match, and if you do or if you don't, doesn't matter. You do have to advance the clock 1 space forward. And this would continue around the table of players trying to find matches. Whenever you do find a match, boom, found a match, then you just set those off to the side, and you are 1 step closer to victory. When you match up everything, you win the game. If this clock ever gets to the spot where you started, midnight, then you will lose the game. Now that's the basic mode of this game. There are some advanced variants where you can include some special magic tiles, and these tiles are all going to do special different things for you. The hourglass is going to let the person whose turn it is, if they roll an hourglass, they don't have to move the clock 1 space forward, so that's going to give you some extra turns in the game. The mirror is going to have you peek at 3 tiles instead of 2 tiles when you roll the hourglass. The magic wand here is going to allow you to uncover 2 tiles instead of 1 tile if you get the magic wand. And the cauldron here is going to allow you to peek at 2 tiles instead of 1 tile when you get the cauldron. Now you're going to start start the game with a number of these, but then then you're going to deal in 4. You're going to choose 4 at random and shuffle them into the 12 that are already out here, meaning you'll have 16 tiles that you'll need to make pairs for in order to win the game. Now, there is also another advanced variant that you can play with this game on top of what I've already shown you, and that is that you have to find the pairs in a particular order as denoted by the clock. If you look closely here, we've got 3 zones, a purple zone, a red zone, and a yellow zone. And if you look at the artwork around the clock, it will tell you what matches you have to make in a particular order. So I have to do the purple zone first, and I have to get the mice together as well as the horses. And so just flipping over all of these tiles here will show you that I would need to get these 2 horses and these 2 mice before I could do any of the other pairs. So if I were to get the gloves and gown, that would not be any good to me because I can't do that until I get to this section of the clock. And likewise, I can't do the rat and the coachman or the pumpkin and the carriage until I get to that part of the clock. So that is the advanced variant of the game. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys there. Let's go back up top. We'll show you some gameplay footage and then share our thoughts on Cinderella. Okay, now peek at another one that you think is the match. I don't know where the other horse is. Do you know where the other horse is?
I do.
You do? Okay. Is that the horse?
Yep.
Flip it over. Very good. We have our horses.
Very good.
It is 4 o'clock.
Oh no.
Here you go, son. Oh, man.
Dang it.
Flip one over.
At least.
Oh, we know where that is. Yep. We've got our mice. Okay. It is 5 o'clock.
I'm nervous. Why do I keep getting that one?
No.
Anybody know where the gown is?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I'm going to peek
Just
at
make
this
it a
one
lucky
here.
guess.
That is not a match. Alright. We're halfway out of time.
Guys,
Yes.
Alright, there you go. We got it done. Alright, so that was the easy mode.
What?
Okay? That was easy mode, and we
That
did
was
it
not
in
easy.
9 hours. You can only use this once per game. You get to peek at 1, unless you want to use that, and then you get to peek at 2.
No, thank you. I don't want to use that.
Okay. Peek at it, don't show it to anybody else. Okay? Remember what it is.
Yoki dokie.
Your turn, son.
Yogi dokie.
Cauldron. You get to peek at 1. Okay? Hourglass. Alright. I am going to flip over this one here. Does anybody think they know where the coachman is?
Nope.
Not at permanent marker.
Okay, I'm just going to peek at this one here. It is not a match.
And we still have
And it is now 1 o'clock. Magic 1, so you get to flip over 1 unless you want to use that, and then you get to flip over 2.
I'll flip over 2.
You're going to use it. Okay.
You'll never use it again.
Oh, there's the coachman.
Was this one?
It was this one. Don't flip this one over because you're not making a pair. You're just giving us information, so flip over something else. There's the cauldron, which the cauldron doesn't do us any good. So we know never to flip this tile over again, okay? But we know these 2 are matches. Gloves. Anybody seen the gown?
No.
I feel like I saw it.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. It is a match. Good job.
But it's now 3 o'clock.
Bum, bum, bum.
Cauldron. You get to peek at 1 unless you want to use your tile and peek at 2. You might want to use it now.
Okay,
So we
fine.
know that these 3 are the
I'm
bad
looking
ones.
at these 2.
Are you?
Yoki dokie.
Okay, so you've used
Are
it.
any of them the bad cards?
Can I say?
Yeah. Which one?
Which one?
So we know don't look at these 4. Okay.
So
The rest are all good ones that we need to
Goody, goody, oody, oody.
look at.
You made it kind of like stairs.
Alright. Flip one over.
What was this one?
Do you remember what that was?
I didn't look at it was a horse.
A horse? Flip it over then, because I know where the other horse is.
Which one?
Right here. Good job. I'm gonna flip this one over. Mouse? Do we think this is the other mouse?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
It is. We won that one. We beat that one even faster than the last time. I'm gonna just go with these first two right here.
When it gets
Not a match.
when it gets like really close, I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna use
All right,
this.
your turn, Anna. Remember, we gotta find the horses or the mice first.
Hourglass.
Flip one over. That is one we don't want. So peek at, no, leave it up. And now peek at another one. But don't let anybody else see it. Okay? Now put it down.
What was that?
Mice.
Well, we need to know where the mice are.
Which one? A gray or a brown?
Gray.
Okay. Cauldron. You get to peek at one. Don't show it to anybody else.
Okay.
Okay. It's 3 o'clock. We haven't found anything. Your turn, Anna. Cauldron. You get to peek at one. Don't show it to anyone, though. Okay. Lock.
What's the mirror do?
If you roll an hourglass, you can use your mirror to peek at 3 tiles instead of only 2.
But only once.
Cauldron. Peek at 1.
Have I seen this one?
I have not.
Okay.
I thought.
Okay.
What was it?
The slippers. I wanted the slippers.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's the rat. We don't need the rat.
That's pretty much at the very end.
Here's a mouse. Okay, so that's a mouse. And where did you say the other mouse was? Here? Here? Okay.
I'm positive.
Alright. Nope, one at a time. Flip it all the way. Yeah, go with it.
Was this?
Yes. Alright, so we've got our mice.
Thank you very much.
And now we know this is a horse, so we need to find the other horse.
I know where one slipper is.
Alright, flip one over.
Wait.
Okay, so we know that's a slipper. We need to find where the other is. Is that the one you knew?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to find the other slipper then. Alright, Lock, your turn. Magic wand. Flip a different one over.
Have we seen this?
I don't. That's a rat.
Okay, this.
I have not seen that one. Is a mirror, so we don't want the mirror.
So these
These 3 are bad.
And I'm also going to use this.
You're going to use it now? So
Yeah.
we are not moving ahead. Don't pick any of these 3.
Okay.
Don't pick this one or that one either.
Have we seen this one?
I have. I do think that's a good one to go with right now. No, it's not. Shoot, we're at 8 now. And we know... Oh, we're at 9?
Yeah.
Okay. And we know these 2 are the coachman and rat. So that's that. And then we need to get the
Lock.
pumpkin or carriage.
Carriage.
Which maybe that's the pumpkin? I don't know. Alright. Go with those 2. Yeah.
Oui, oui, mon don.
Alright. Your turn, Lot.
Oh no.
Alright.
Oh no. Lock, don't screw this.
Yeah, we got it. Just in the nick of time. And we're back, and now we're going to share our thoughts about Cinderella from Foxmind Games. So what did you like about this one?
Probably how we had to get everything before the clock struck 12.
Yeah, right? Like, that's what's the fun about this game, right? Trying to make sure we don't run out of time. Yeah. And sometimes it gets really close. You're cutting it really close. You might need every hour to get all of the different matches before you run out of time.
You might as well run out of time.
Well, then you lose. You don't want to lose, right?
Yeah. if you take too long to get dressed.
Well, yes. And you can make this game easy if you're playing with younger kids by playing with the smaller rule set where there's not as many different rules to needing to make the matches. Or if you're playing with older kids, you can make this a lot more difficult and challenging by needing to find the matches in a certain order, right? So that was a lot of fun because I felt like the first time we played it, we won pretty easy, and then we added in some of those other rules to make it more difficult, and it was more challenging, wasn't it? Yeah. I enjoy the way the game looks. What do you think about that? I like that clock and the Cinderella standee. It even has the mice and the pumpkin and the carriage and everything that's about Cinderella.
I like how it's kind of like a matching game.
I mean, it is a matching game. Yeah, that's what this game is, where we're flipping tiles over and we're trying to make matches. Which, you know, that is a classic game mechanic that I think every kid can get on board with. And this game has got a new twist to it that will liven the game up so that parents can play and still feel like they can have a good time with their kids.
A real twist to the matching game because the clock kind of like twists around. It
twists, yeah, you're right, it does. You roll the die on your turn, and so you're not just trying to match these tiles, you also get to roll the die in this game, and maybe that makes you move the clock, maybe it gives you something good. So that's exciting too, right? Yeah. How many thumbs up do you think you're going to give Cinderella here?
How many fingers are in there in the world?
She's all about giving these games as many thumbs up as possible. I think you guys really had a good time with these two. So again, check out our other video on Hansel and Gretel. It is also a really cool game. It's not a matching game, it's a tile laying game, but Cinderella here is a matching game, and so I think your kids are going to like both of these games, especially if they're big into fairy tales, Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel. You know those stories. So,
or if they're into board games.
Or if they're into board games, for sure. So that's our thoughts on Cinderella. It is from Foxmind Games. Go ahead and leave us some comments down below. Let us know what you think about these two games, or just Foxmind Games in general. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. We really do appreciate that when you all do that for us. Lets us know that you really enjoy these videos. I'm Lance, this is my kiddo, and this has been the Kidz of Love to Hate. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.